get started. Please take your seats, settle down. Good evening. Today is June 3rd, 2026, 5 o'clock special regular board meeting for the Vineland Board of Education. Roll call, please, Mr. Mustarell.
Obi Okafor? Hey. Mr. Bono?
Present.
Mr. Fiocchi?
Here.
Mr. Harris?
Here.
Mrs. Perez?
Present.
Mr. Santiago?
Here.
Mr. Silva?
Here.
Mrs. Vasquez?
Here.
Mr. Rivera?
Here.
Mr. Holmes?
Here. In compliance with the New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law, commonly referred to as the Sunshine Law, the Vineland Board of Education has caused notice and posting of this meeting to be sent to the following, announcing time, place, agenda, etc. The Daily Journal, S&J Today, the Press of Atlantic City, Vista Bueno, the Clerk for the City of Vineland, and the Office Public Bulletin Board. Please rise for the flag salute. Duran will lead us. Right there. We're so nervous. Thank you, Duran School. Scott, is there a resolution for executive session?
There is. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education of the City of Vineland School District will convene an executive session for the following reasons as outlined in NJSA 10:4-12. Discussion is about pending litigation, employment matters, and any matters falling within the attorney-client privilege to the extent that confidentiality is required in order for the attorney to exercise his ethical duties as a lawyer.
Thank you. Motion and second.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Perez, second by Mr. Silva. Roll call, please.
Mr. Bono?
Yes.
Mr. Fiocchi?
Yes. Mr.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mrs. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Santiago?
Yay.
Mr. Silva?
Yes.
Mrs. Vasquez?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We'll go into an executive session after our special presentations. Can I ask the search committee to come down to the podium?
Oh, yeah. You trying to be fancy, huh? Be fancy.
It is truly our honor to introduce the next superintendent of Vineland Public Schools, effective July 1st, 2026, Dr. Adiel Lahada. From the very beginning, we intentionally set a higher standard for this search. The process began in February, and over the course of 6 weeks, we received applications from 50 accomplished educational professionals who have dedicated their careers to serving students, families, and communities. In Dr. Lahada, we have secured an innovative turnaround leader with a proven record of driving instructional excellence, fostering meaningful community engagement, and exercising strong fiscal stewardship. He possesses the vision, expertise, and leadership necessary to optimize our central office operations and position Vineland Public Schools for unprecedented success. Dr. Lahada is a leader who does more than articulate a vision. He delivers results. His career reflects a consistent commitment to accountability, student achievement, and organizational excellence. He is a leader who not only walks the walk, but he talks the talk, demonstrating measurable success at every level of leadership. We are confident that his experience, integrity, and commitment to students will move our district forward in meaningful and transformative ways. It is with great enthusiasm and unwavering confidence that the search committee recommends Dr. Adiel Lahada for approval as the next superintendent of Vineland Public Schools. Scott, I'll ask for first a motion and a second to approve the resolution that is on the agenda.
I make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Vasquez, second by Mr. Silva. Roll call, please.
Mr. Bono? Yes. Mr. Fiocchi?
Recuse.
Mr. Harris? Yes. Mrs. Perez? Mr. Santiago?
Yes.
Mr. Silva?
Yes.
Do you recuse?
I have to recuse myself, but it's a yes if I could vote.
Mrs. Vasquez?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera? Yes. Mr. Holmes?
Yes. Without further ado, I will now introduce the superintendent of Vineland Public Schools effective July 1st, Dr. Adiel Lahada.
Alrighty. All right. Good evening. Good evening, President Holmes, members of the board, our dedicated educators, support staff, families, and the resilient and vibrant community here at Vineland. Let's give the city of Vineland a round of applause. Let's start right there. I stand before you tonight to accept the appointment as your superintendent of schools. I do so with profound gratitude. I do so with absolute focus. To the Board of Education, thank you for your trust, for your partnership, and for your vision. Tonight we turn the page. Every leader carries a map of how they arrived to this microphone. Mine began in Harlem, New York, in the 1980s, right in New York City. It's a path that took me to the Dominican Republic after I was born here, and then returned for kindergarten, and eventually moving to Philadelphia for middle school. My cultural upbringing shaped the entire core of who I am today. In the Dominican Republic, I lived the reality of rural poverty. I carried water from a well before I carried books into a classroom. When I returned to the States, I didn't speak a single word of English until about I was 7 years old. But I'm not standing here by accident, and I did not get here alone. I'm standing here because of the immense power of public school teachers. I am here because of Miss Lee, my kindergarten teacher, who didn't speak a word of my language, but cared for me so deeply that she gave me a safe harbor when the world around me felt completely foreign. I'm here because of Miss Akart, the absolute best, the most transformational teacher I had in first grade. She was a public school educator who went above and beyond, stayed after hours with me, and ensured that not only was I acquiring the language, but I was also developing the content that I needed to be successful in life. I share this because I want you to look at me and know exactly who's standing in front of you. I do not look at students experiencing poverty, our English language learners, or our working class families through the lens of a spreadsheet. I don't see demographics as a statistic. And when I look at educators in this room, I see Miss Lee and Miss Akart all over again. My professional life reflects the same ground floor level reality. I did not drop from an ivory tower. I began my career in the trenches as a paraprofessional. Through that, I was able to become a teacher, dean, director, assistant principal, senior executive level, and now the amazing opportunity to come lead such a transformational community like Vineland. So super excited about that. I'm here because I believe in Vineland. I believe in a community rich in culture, families grounded in faith, and an untapped reservoir of talent waiting to be unleashed in our students. Tonight is about identity and gratitude. Thank you for welcoming me. Thank you for your extraordinary opportunity. Thank you for entrusting in me, your children. I am Ariel Lajara. I'm a product of the struggle. I am a veteran of the classroom, and I am entirely ready to lead and serve the families of Vineland. Thank you, and have a powerful evening.
I'm going to ask our board members to come down. Let's get some pictures. Dr. Lajada, let's sign this contract. Yes. All right. Dr. Lahada, I believe central office has a gift for you, though Dr. Speakman has something from central office. Central office, please come up for a picture.
Does he get a lunchbox too? Yeah, yeah. No, he ended it.
Thank you.
We had a good representation of family.
Absolutely. Any question, Scott, any questions or comments on minutes?
Public comment, you mean? Or comments on
That's not
minutes?
what my cheat sheet says. We'll do special presentations.
Yeah, let's do that next.
Doc.
Yeah. Mr. Holmes, I'd like to make a special presentation from Dr. Kristen Speakman, district recognition as a Lighthouse Awardee Cohort number 5.
Is that on? I'm usually louder, it seems.
You have
Good
2
evening,
minutes.
everyone.
2 minutes, Speakman.
Maybe 3. So good evening, members of the Board of Education and the Vineland Public Schools community. Tonight is truly an exciting night in Vineland Public Schools as we welcome our new superintendent. And tonight I'm proud to build on that momentum and share that Vineland Public Schools has been recognized by the New Jersey Department of Education as a 2025-2026 Lighthouse Award District. Earlier today, it's been a very busy day, Suzette DeMarchi, Terry Godlewski, and I had the honor of representing the district in Trenton at the monthly New Jersey Department of Education meeting, where we accepted this recognition on behalf of our students, staff, and community. What makes this award especially meaningful, it's not an award based on test scores or academic rankings, and in fact, we did not even apply for this award. The Department of Education reviewed multiple years of district data from 590 school districts in our state and identified school districts that have demonstrated measurable progress in advancing equitable outcomes for students. Vineland Public Schools was the one and only school district recognized in the category for increasing diversity in our teacher workforce. So I'm gonna let that sink in. The one and only district. As a district that serves more than 10,000 students from diverse cultures, backgrounds, and experiences, it's important that we have been recognized for showing purposeful and meaningful progress in recruiting and retaining a diverse group of educators, and for creating our own homegrown pathways into teaching. Through stakeholder feedback, strategic planning, and intentional recruitment efforts, Vineland Public Schools has focused on ensuring that our workforce increasingly reflects the students and families that we serve. While that increase is important, the real impact goes far beyond any numbers. Representation matters. When students see themselves reflected in educators and role models around them, it strengthens relationships, fosters belonging, and helps create learning environments where all students can thrive. So this recognition comes as the result of very intentional work across the district, aligned with our strategic plan and our portrait of a graduate. In order to accomplish this, we've expanded community-based recruitment efforts, and you can see Makima here is one of our recruiters that we rely on in the community. We've hosted in-house job fairs, which we will be expanding, and strengthened our hiring practices and developed our innovative Grow Your Own Pathways to Teacher certification. These programs create opportunities for our current paraprofessionals and support staff to become certified teachers while remaining connected to Vineland Public Schools through partnerships with local universities such as Rowan. And I'd like to acknowledge we have two staff members who are getting a fully funded teacher scholarship in 2 years, paid for through the Gaines Grant, an elementary and a preschool. We also work with Bloomboard as an alternate pathway to certification with paras. We'll probably have about 10 paras in the next year certified. We're building a sustainable pipeline of future educators who already know, understand, and are invested in our students. We're also especially proud, and we received a shout out not only for the program, but for the title of the program, thanks to Terry Godlewski over there, of our new Vineland Inspires New Educators program, or VINE. It's our in-house first-year teacher mentoring program, designed to support and retain. We want you here and we want you to stay. New teachers as they begin their careers. Together, these efforts support both recruitment and retention. So as a lighthouse district, we're now tasked with sharing our successful practices, programs, and our equity story with educational leaders across New Jersey. And this is definitely a collaborative effort. It's not a single effort, and it's through the support of our board for our hiring and retention efforts, through our administrators, our students, and our staff. We have a commitment to building a workforce that reflects, supports, and inspires every student that we serve. So thank you for listening, and we are very proud of this recognition. We're in a 2-year cohort for this, so I'm sure you'll be hearing a little bit more about our award. Thank you.
Mr. Holmes, the following presentation, Dr. Ross Stanger, Supervisor for Curriculum and Instruction, along with Johnstone students, will present Project Citizen.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education and the Vineland community. Project Citizen is a nationally recognized civic education program that empowers students to identify real-world public policy issues, conduct research, evaluate solutions, and develop proposals for change. Students in all 4 of our middle schools incorporated Project Citizen into the curricula for the first time this year as a way to integrate our Portrait of a Graduate competencies and help foster active and engaged adults. We also wanted to provide students with the tools and the knowledge of how to identify problems in the world around them and create a series of action steps and then develop potential solutions. Through this process, our students have learned that their voices matter and that they can play an active role in improving the community. Tonight, I'd like to recognize 4 of our outstanding social studies teachers at the middle school level, although I do want to say that all of our middle school social studies teachers have been involved and have done a tremendous job. I'd like to recognize Ms. Danielle Krigler, Ms. Olivia Cavallero, who I know is somewhere in the back. There she is over here. Mr. Craig Traina, and Mr. Brian Davis. Their dedication truly has helped guide the students through this very meaningful learning experience. Tonight, you're going to hear presentations from 3 groups of students who identified separate problems that were important to them, and they then explored potential solutions. First, I'd like to call up Malia Alvarado, Lexi Santiago, and Jalen Villanueva to talk briefly about their idea of a 4-day school week, and then we're going to hear from the other 2 groups.
Good evening, everyone. As Dr. Sanger said, I'm Malia Alvarado, this is Lexi Santiago, and this is Jalen Villanueva. Our friend Sydney Garden also worked on this, but she is in Georgia and can't make it today.
What is the problem? What is the problem? We would like a 4-day school week. Why is this a problem? Because of students' mental health. 61% of our students agree with this. Student success and teacher well-being also skyrocketed within a year with this in Texas, but with hours instead of days. These are graphs that we had on tests that we let other students take on if they wanted a 4-day school week.
We know you guys may not be thrilled by the idea of a 4-day school week, so we came up with 2 alternative policies. Alternative policy 1 being a longer school day with shorter breaks, and the second alternative policy being that the 5th day would be a catch-up day / a sports day for students. Some pros to this would be easier to get into the routine, more time to plan lessons, students will be able to keep their grades up, and students who have their work done will have a free day, and on this 5th day, there will be tutoring available for students who need extra help. Some cons to this may be not enough time to plan lessons, might be tired due to the longer days, and students who have their work may goof off, and teachers might not want to come to school on the 5th day. Who would support this proposal would be students, teachers, parents, and who may oppose to this proposal would be principals and teachers due to kids acting out. This pie chart is based off of an online survey that asked parents and students in our school what the school week should look like. The majority said that the school week should be 4 days. The Idaho Senator Dave Lent said, "One superintendent told me that 4-day school weeks were a motivation for them to retain high-quality teachers. Those things contribute to a more positive culture in your school system." Panel 3, our policy. The 5th day of the school week will be a workday for those who are behind in school or need extra tutoring for those students who struggle in their math, ELA, science, or social studies classes. Taking the 5th day off will help students who are behind in class catch up to kids who are way ahead of them in school. Students who have their work done will have a free day, and this will motivate the students who don't have their work done to finish their work. Advantages to this will be that the kids could catch up to the rest of the class so the students do not fall behind. It will promote student well-being and mental health and take stress off of them. It will advance academic achievements, and it will keep the 180 school day law that NJ has. Disadvantages to this would be parents concerned with their children's playing games instead of learning, keeping order within the classroom for kids who have a free day, and students might take advantages of teachers on Friday by acting up in class. In Texas, they have had a lot of schools who have a 4-day school week. This has improved grades, attendance, and many other things.
Our action plan will be Our plan that we will put into action is the 5th day will be mandatory if students are finished with all their work, then they will be able to have a free day. For the students that didn't finish their work, it will be a catch-up day for them to finish all of their work. For the teachers who work throughout the 4 days will get that 5th day off, and there will be a different set of teachers that will go on the 5th day. People who may oppose to who will be in favor with people who will be in favor will be the students and teachers, because students will have that free day off and they will be able to get their work done. For the other students that didn't get their work done, it would motivate them to be able to finish their work faster and just for them to learn more. For the teachers have less stress on them because they will only have 4 days to work, and they'll be able to have more time to teach those kids that were behind. Who might not support this idea will be principals, but we will convince them by explaining how much money can be saved on how much the teachers and students' morale will increase.
So these are more graphs explaining that with this in play, that teacher retention will increase by 1.1%, and the student and teacher morale will increase.
Thank you and have a good rest of your evening.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to call up Dominic Lopez, Clarence Chard, Evan Doble, and Nick Wainwright, who will discuss the impact of artificial intelligence on Vineland students.
As Mr. Stenger said, we're doing the impact of AI on public schools. Our slide in public policy intends to ban AI in schools, which should help grades and improve academic honesty.
Our problem. We have noticed an issue in the way AI is being used in schools. A lot of students use it as an easy ticket out of hard work and copy whatever it says fully. This prevents them from learning how to think critically. This isn't just a problem with our school, but a worldwide problem. It has changed the future course of our education in a big way. For the time being, nothing has been done about this. Some teachers encourage students to use AI to find a start in work instead of having them use their imagination. Currently, there are no school policies regarding AI use. There's only a policy describing what plagiarism is and banning plagiarism. Plagiarism is explained as you not using your own words, and according to our policy, you can't get in trouble for it. If copying another's work is plagiarism, wouldn't that be the same as copying work from AI? This is a graph basically saying, this is a graph that students filled out saying have they ever used AI tools as a student. You can't read it as well, but it says 88.49% of students said yes, with 11.51% saying no. I'm going to give you an example of what can happen if we don't make any policies about this. This is the Massachusetts Hyman High School. This was a court case. A high school senior used AI to write notes and an outline for a history project. They were given detention and a low grade on the assignment. This is a typical response found at Johnstone for AI use. This disqualified him from the National Honor Society. The parents sued, arguing that the student handbook did not explicitly forbid using AI at the time, making the punishment unfair. The court was in favor of the school district. However, many schools across the U.S. are rewriting their handbooks and policies to specifically include AI.
Some alternate policies for these are AI should be allowed, but to outline responsible use and adding a rule against plagiarizing AI. Some pros are that students can use their own critical thinking skills. 2, helping the ecosystem by reducing water usage. 3, students would be forced to learn the material instead of copying answers. And 4, the need for AI data centers would go down, help the environment, and improve the community. Some cons, though, are 1, students will still find a way to cheat, such as using AI, as some apps are very easy to use. 2, investors would be mad, as many people who use AI are children. 3, for teachers, there may be more human errors and longer grading times.
All right, the actual policy proposes that all teachers in Vineland, NJ, must use AI ethically. Ethically determines that it will not be used in any form that is direct copying, especially for work that requires critical thinking. In fact, checking AI usage must be paraphrased or used as a vantage point for further research. All AI usage with students in Vineland is hereby banned unless specified by a teacher and followed with the above Some advantages is cheating in school will decrease. The new rule could allow teachers to write student up more easily since there would be an actual rule for this. It provides protection against a potential lawsuit. Students will also be using more critical thinking. Some disadvantage, AI is all around and students should learn how to use it appropriately. Students may need AI in their future careers. Students will still be able to use AI on personal devices. There's only so much that can be monitored. And 83.3% of participants weren't able to quote an essay and most of them are using ChatGPT.
We are going to enact the policy by attempting to create an official bill or rule. The second step after that would be getting approval from the Board of Ed and enact the policy and send out notices. The step right after that would be adding this rule to all student handbooks and require signatures of understanding from teachers. People who would support the policy are obviously teachers. Teachers wouldn't have to deal with disciplining students if caught cheating with AI, and grading would become significantly easier for some subjects as repetitive AI checks are no longer required. Some students may also benefit by this, as they no longer have to fear a whole class punishment for one student's wrongdoing. Parents will also benefit because they can rest well knowing that their children aren't cheating in school with AI and do not have to meet with principals or any educational figures about it. People who would oppose the policy are most students. Most students use AI, and if we ban them, they cannot easily pass lessons with them anymore and will obviously cause backlash. No AI will help them use critical thinking skills, however, which is vital later in life. Some teachers use AI in their lesson plans, which may cause some backlash from them. The way we wrote this policy, however, AI would be allowed for teachers ethically.
Thank you, gentlemen. Fantastic job. I apologize for the tech issue. Last, I'd like to call up Haley Anderson, Kylie Ryman, Abigail Adams, and Kaylee Marrero, who are going to discuss their proposal for the night lock door barricade and an overall plan to improve school safety.
Hello, everyone. I'm Haley. This is Kylie, Kaylee, and Abigail.
We have a huge problem with our school security, most of it being school shootings. There were around 923 gun-related incidents in grades kindergarten through 12th schools in the United States within the last 3 years. Mechanical malfunctions have also occurred, where shooters have been able to enter through doors that are unlocked. There can also be intense force on the regular basic doors we have now, which won't prevent anyone from entering. There is also instant lockdown, so instead of teachers having to walk out into dangerous hallways, these locks will prevent the teachers from having to open the door because you can lock them from the inside.
These are headlines we don't want to see in Vineland Public School District.
Our solution is to have night lock door barricades, which are strong, simple, and secure. They are inserted into the floor with a sliding hook on the base of the door. They are discreet yet dependable. They lock from the inside and they cannot be seen by any potential intruders. The installations could also provide possible hands-on training for students in high school during the construction trade program, which would not mean that we don't have to have any labor.
So you're probably asking, what are we going to do about this problem? We have came up with a couple alternative policies that could be considered for this issue. First alternative policy is
The first alternative policy is hiring more armed security guards. The pros of this policy is that it's safer because there will be more people to watch the school and monitor students' activities and do things like check our bags every morning that can help protect our staff and students. Parents would support this proposal because it adds support and makes them feel more safe bringing their students into school. The cons of this is that it's expensive because you have to pay the security guards a lot more than if you would just buy things like one time with the other policies. And the parents might complain and feel nervous about the number of guns around their children.
So if you're not a fan of that alternative policy, we have a second option for you. Our second alternative policy for this issue is steel doors. What we mean by that is, as we mentioned before, a couple of the doors in our school are completely unsafe whatsoever. You can easily push through and get in easily if unlocked, or even if locked. So we are thinking about investing in better doors, for example, steel doors. A pro for this would be safer. Again, a lot of the doors in our school are very beat up and they're very old, so getting new steel doors, it'd be one, basic maintenance, and two, it'd be a lot safer than the old busted up wooden doors that we currently have. Who would support this proposal? The principals would like this because it would give students a safer door with bullet-resistant steel. Again, for lockdowns or school shootings, if someone were to get in, they shoot a bullet at that door. Well, we're luckily safe. A couple cons to this: it's extremely expensive. To replace every single door in the building, that would cost a lot of money, as well as for the whole district. Well, that's kind of an issue. We are currently on a budget. Also, you want to get the same school vibe with big steel doors, which isn't quite an issue because we're more worried about safety than aesthetic, but you can kind of see our point there.
There's a lot of different costs for the different solutions. So for the armed security guard, the average salary would be $50,000 a year. So for one school to have 3 security guards is $150,000. And so for the entire district to have the same amount would be $2.1 million, which is a lot. For steel doors, one steel door can cost around $1,000. So for one school to have it, which would be around 75 doors, it would be $75,000. So for the entire district to have it, it would be a little over $1 million. But for the door locks, one door lock equals $75. So for one school, it'll be $5,625. So for the entire district to get it, it would be under $80,000.
The conclusion. Overall, we would like to make sure school shootings do not occur after hearing what other schools have gone through. Our night lock door barricades would be installed into the ground and on the doors, positioned so that when the door closes, they latch, locking from the inside. Community. We surveyed our school for their opinions on whether our precautions are currently safe and if they would install door locks. And they agreed that door locks would be the correct way to go. Also, as you can see, you can't put a price tag on a child's safety.
Thank you so much, Johnstone students and teachers, for the wonderful job that you did with Project Citizen this year. I really appreciate the effort and time that went into Project Citizen. I see Mr. Pierce here as well, the building principal. I wanted to thank him for his support in putting on a wonderful display for the parents and the community as they rolled out Project Citizen this year. It's a project we're going to be incorporating next year, building off of the momentum that we created this year. Thank you again to all of the parents and the community who came out to watch their children tonight. And thank you again. We do have certificates for the students, so if you would come forward, we will present you with a certificate.
Yeah.
Okay. When you get your certificate, just go to the front.
Sydney?
Oh, yeah, no. Leah Daniels? Not here. Abigail Adams? Kaylee Marrero? Lexi Mar Santiago? Jaylyn Villanueva? Malia Alvarado? Thank you. Kylie Vernon? Thank you. Carol?
Students, before you leave, I know Mr. Bono might have a question or comment, and any other board member that might have a question or comment for our kids.
I don't have a question, but I have some comments to make. I happened to attend the event, and I just wanted to give a special shout out to all the students that were involved. Your well-thought ideas and innovation were inspiring to somebody like myself, and I can guarantee my fellow board members would agree. Again, the innovation that I saw and witnessed by all the projects were amazing. So special thanks again to Principal Pierce, phenomenal job. You guys were very welcoming, and it was an awesome community event. There were several other community members there in attendance, and I think everybody was wowed by your students and their great ideas and their real life solutions. That door lock, again, Scott, I'm sure you heard it. It's pretty inexpensive for the district, you know. Hint. But again, great ideas, and kudos to all that were involved, including the educators and administrators. It was a great thing for our district, so thank you for allowing us to be a part of it. Thank you.
Any other comments?
Yes, I am so impressed. I didn't, reading the agenda, you don't get the full effect until I see the kids present. Passion behind the problem and the solution to it, and you thought about even the financial impact. You are doing high-level work in creating policy to make things better for you as a student. And so I am so proud, and you left me speechless. And that's difficult to do, and today you left me speechless. So kudos to you all.
There's nothing further. I'll ask President Obi-Okafor for his presentation. Can someone from IT help Mr. Okafor, please?
Feel old right now. Sorry, yeah.
That's okay.
Is there a way I can put it on here?
Yeah, let's pull it up here. Let's do this here.
It should be on the agenda.
Remember for 1 second here, we disconnect you.
Yeah, here.
Okay. Good evening, distinguished members of the board. My name is Shamobi Okafor, and I am the senior class president. Today, I'm joined by my speaking partner, Alila Falk.
Hello, I'm Alila, and I'm the senior representative representing the Student Government Association, speaking here for you all today.
And today, we are presenting on a dress code policy change where research conducted by ourselves along with other student leaders were done. There are many parts of fostering a healthy student life,
Such as helping with behavior and supporting a positive learning environment,
promoting attendance.
and supporting education.
But how well does our dress code achieve these purposes?
Our research showed that students in schools with required uniforms do not exhibit better behavior than those without uniforms. As cited by educational researcher John Hattie, conclusions drawn for schools with uniform policies seem to be the same for those with dress codes, no effects.
Furthermore, professor in the sociology field, Dr. David L. Brunsma, argues that there is no evidence after conducting his own research. He goes on to say that the uniforms do not have any discernible effect on the schools. With this in mind, the difference between our dress code and color code becomes hard to distinguish.
Along with evidence for uniforms having little to no effect on student life, through our research we found the harm of our student dress code policy. It's been proven to waste class time and add stress to students, as not all of them can easily afford or find items that fit into our rigid uniform policy. More flexibility with colors specifically could be beneficial.
The policy currently allows for various non-uniform attire, so loosening the color restriction could only bring more consistency to the current policy, which would make things clear for both students and administrators.
There has been a loss of class time through the enforcement of the dress code policy. Just this year, there have been 771 infractions, which amounts to 4,266 hours spent loss of student time, with an additional 1,422 hours on administrators enforcing this process.
We conducted our own research in November for more current feedback and received responses from 753 students, which is 30% of the students, and 121 staff members, which amounts to 27% of staff. We also heard from 153 involved parents. Our research consisted of 5 questions per survey with optional open-ended questions for more detailed insights.
We collected data from the 3 most important demographics: students, staff, and parents. To start off, we asked students how they felt about the uniform policy, and an overwhelming majority of 93.3% of students held negative or neutral views.
Next, we asked students if they felt uniforms should be changed to a standard of dress where students can wear what they choose, as long as it's school appropriate, of course. And an overwhelming 92% of students agree that there should be an amendment to the current policy.
An overwhelming majority of the student body clearly feels as though our current dress code is not the most viable option we have available when it comes to promoting a positive learning environment.
And inevitably, the student body is one of the most impacted by an out-of-state dress code. If the main stakeholders in this situation are calling for an amendment to the current dress code, it should be taken into consideration.
However, we also gathered information from more people who are involved with the enforcement of the current dress code policy: the staff. We asked how the staff feel towards the school uniform policy. And as you can see, an overwhelming 89% of staff expressed neutral or negative views towards the current dress code, and less than 20% even indicated support.
When asked how the current policy contributes to the educational setting in the building, over half of our staff expressed sentiments that they believe the current student dress code provided little to no meaningful impact on students.
But of course, we recognize that the school dress code is not only going to impacting students, but it involves the safety of the entire school. So we asked staff how the dress code policy contributes to school safety, and we found a majority believing it had little to no impact on safety.
With all this information in mind, it becomes clear that change needs to come. Staff, the people who are usually the most in support of the dress code, feel as though it is not fulfilling its purpose.
And if our out-of-date dress code policy isn't positively contributing to safety or education, it is abundantly clear that a change needs to come. That change should come in the form of a looser color code that promotes a positive learning environment. Having stricter rules has already proven not to be beneficial, and each party involved feels as though the dress code should be amended. So we should work towards that.
Finally, we asked the parents of VHS if they believe the dress code policy should be changed to a standard of dress where students can choose what to wear so as long as it's school appropriate. And over 75% of parents believe that the dress code should be updated.
At this time, every party involved in the dress code, students, staff, and parents, feel as though an update to the dress code policy is warranted, with 92% of students and 75% of parents supporting an update to the student dress code.
And 89% of staff hold neutral or negative views. Most respondents and stakeholders do agree. The current student dress code policy does little to improve the school environment.
However, instead of reading it here, we have a video where you can hear the opinions of staff, students, and parents.
These are the voices of Vineland, not just policies and rules, but real authentic voices. And finally, our own dress code proposal. The principal will prevail in all matters regarding the application of these rules. And as an update to the current dress code, the following shall not be worn at school at any time.
This list includes any clothing or accessories that denote affiliation with any gang associated with criminal activity. Excessively oversized clothing, but not limited to trench/duster style.
Excessive midriff that reveals the belly button, clothing with vulgar language, and skirts and shorts above mid-thigh. These updates would mean key things like allowing jeans and removing restrictions on color choice for all students while still maintaining appropriate dress.
We appreciate your time here today, members of the board, and implore you to consider our dress code policy change. Are there any questions at this time? Thank you very much.
Board members, any questions or comments for the
I have a comment. I do remember when my children were younger, when the policy was first implemented, and that was a big battle, and one of the main arguments was that the students who were living in poverty could not afford the certain clothes, fashion trends, and because of that, they stood out. And to minimize the mocking and the bullying of the kids who were suffering economically, that was one of the main reasons why students were just told, if everybody's dressing in the same colors, you can't really identify the kids that have between the kids that don't have. And so this is excellent. I appreciate all the effort that went into this, and I think that the conversation, we should revisit the conversation. Maybe things are different now, but I do remember as a parent, that was probably the greatest argument for the policy, and it was supported by parents across the board who felt maybe their kids were being singled because they couldn't afford the latest and the greatest. And so definitely a consideration, but I do see overwhelmingly that people are not in favor of it. So, you know, we don't know everything. We don't have all the answers, and things shouldn't continue in perpetuity forever without another conversation. So I think this is worth another conversation for sure.
Thank you for, can you hear me? Thank you for your presentation. And I agree with Luz absolutely to a degree that that was the original purpose of a dress code policy. And again, things may have changed. I'm, as you can tell by the white hair, much older than you all. But what I would be concerned about, and I think you guys are on the right track, I really do. I think it just, there's some tweaking that needs to be done is, you know, when you look at slide 5 and you see the infractions and the hours of lost instructional time, do you feel that would increase if we had a different type of dress code? This is a pretty stringent, you know, you have to wear this color, you have to wear these color pants, you have to, and we're getting that. Imagine if we brought in that and it's kind of a little bit of a nilly-willy. You know what I'm saying? So I think, no, go ahead, please.
I'm sorry. The main things that we're trying to ask for and the main things that we're bringing up is loosening the color restriction and then the addition of jeans. When it comes to like whether they're wearing things that are school appropriate, like obviously you can't show up in like crop tops and mini skirts to school. That's not what we're trying to advocate for. I think that if we allowed people to wear different colors, whether they're wearing green or they're wearing purple or they're wearing pink, I think that it wouldn't add any like time taken away from class time because people are wearing what they want already. I see lots of students, the ones that are the smartest and brightest, the ones that go out for everything, they try for everything, and they're not always in dress code, but they have a 4.8 GPA and they're doing great. And I think if we allowed different students to wear what they wanted, even if it's like not red, black, white, and gray, I think it would like, there would be opportunity for people to feel better expressing themselves, along with the opportunity to not feel like you have to wear the same 2 colors every day.
Right. And so, and jeans, you want to add jeans, that's what you're saying?
Yes.
Thank you.
And just to add on, the dress code proposal that we have on the last slide, we did our research, you know, looked at neighboring schools to see like what they use, you know, because a lot of these other schools near us are starting to get rid of like color codes. So with that in mind, like we kind of did look at like, oh, are the schools able to handle, you know, this? Are they having like a large amount of infractions and stuff like that? And a lot of the other schools were able to implement the dress code proposal that we have and not have like that many infractions that we have. Of course, it is different by school, but I do think we should at least give the chance to, you know, pursue this. And if it doesn't work, then why not? But yeah.
Good presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any further questions or comments for the president? Thank you both.
Thank you.
We're going to switch our agenda around a little bit so we can go into executive session. I'm going to ask for public comment on agenda items or any other matter. Please limit yourselves to 3 minutes.
Cadet Major Josiah Centeno.
Good evening, board members of Central Administration, members of community. I am Cadet Major Josiah Centeno, and I am the Safety Superintendent for Unit NJ 2009-1 AFJ ROTC of the Vineland High School. On behalf of AFJ ROTC Unit NJ 2009-1, we would like to express our sincere gratitude for your commitment, support of our program and our cadets. Your commitment has helped provide opportunities for our students to develop leadership, citizenship, character, and service. This year, our unit proudly served 138 cadets who collectively completed 2,054 community service hours. making a positive impact throughout our school district and local communities. Our cadets also participated in several meaningful events, including competing in the Baton Memorial Deaf March alongside cadets from Bridgeton High School, Washington Township, and active military personnel. Some of them cadets are here with me today. The Baton Deaf March, it was a 65-mile march to prisoners of war in World War II in April of 1942. And this past Sunday, along with myself and cadets from the different schools, completed in a 16-mile walk through Bridgeton. We also did some community service hours by collecting trash alongside the streets. The current Alpha Flight leaders, additionally, our cadets proudly represented our school and community by marching in the Memorial Day Parade to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. The current Alpha Flight leadership team would like to thank the Board of Education, Central Administration, our instructors, parents, and community service and community members for your unwavering support and dedication. As we prepare to select a new Alpha Flight leadership team tomorrow, we are confident that they will continue the proud traditions and legacy of AFJ ROTC Unit NJ 2009-1 for the years to come. Thank you for your continued support of our cadets, our mission. We are honored to serve our school and community. Thank you.
Thank you, Cadet.
Diera Maku. Keisha Maku. Okay. Is there anybody else wanting to speak? Public comment.
Ms. Mack, are you coming down to the podium? Okay.
I apologize.
Hello, my name is Diera Mack, and I'm here tonight to advocate for my daughter, Alea Empson, and for other students who may not always have a voice when something happens that leaves them feeling unsafe or unheard. On May 22nd, my 7-year-old daughter, Alea Empson, who attends Dr. John Winslow Elementary School, came home and reported that her teacher, Mrs. Hammer, grabbed and pulled her arm while directing her to apologize to another student. And since that day, she has consistently maintained the same account. And I believe my daughter, and I believe that it is important that her voice is to be heard. What has concerned me the most is that throughout this process, it is not only what my daughter reported, but how deeply it affected her. She told me that she felt scared, unsafe, and uncomfortable. And as a mother, hearing those words from your child is very heartbreaking. When I send my daughter to school each day, I am placing my trust in the adults responsible for her care. And I expect her to be protected, respected, and supported when I am not there. After the incident, I met with the school to discuss my concerns. During the meeting, the teacher denied grabbing my daughter's arm and repeatedly stated that she does not put her hands on children. And I understand that there are differing accounts of what happened. However, I was not asking for an admission of guilt. I was asking for empathy. I was asking for acknowledgement that my daughter reported feeling scared and upset. Even a simple statement such as, "I am sorry that you felt scared," could have validated my child's feelings and helped to restore her sense of trust and safety. Instead, the focus remained on denying my daughter's account. And during that same meeting, when my daughter's father began to express his concern, the teacher stated that she did not feel safe and she left the meeting before it was completed. As parents, we left feeling that our concern had not been fully heard and that our daughter's emotional experience had not been meaningfully addressed. And what I believe was lacking was empathy, reassurance, and child-centered approach. When a child reports feeling frightened or unsafe, the priority should be understanding what happened, how the child was affected, and how to help that child feel safe again. And I am not here to seek punishment. I am seeking acknowledgement of my daughter's emotional experience, accountability, and commitment to ensuring that children feel safe, supported, and heard when they raise concern. And my hope is that no child who reports feeling afraid will feel dismissed or overlooked, and that every student can trust that the adults responsible for them will respond with compassion and with care. And thank you so much for your time and for listening to my concern on my behalf of my daughter.
Just a brief point of order for the board members, to the extent that any board members are inclined to comment on the statements that we just heard. There were staff members that were mentioned by name in that public comment, so we have to refrain from discussing that staff members. Nobody was riced for tonight's meeting, so that's of course no commentary of the substance of these comments. It's just a brief cautionary note. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry. Hello, everyone. I'm Keija Mack. I'm the grandmother of Alea, and I came in here representing an educator. I've been an educator for 23 years of my life, amen, and so I understand how the school system works, amen, and so I'm saying amen because I'm a preacher too, so y'all got to forgive me, but nevertheless, just the way that it's not so much, like, again, we're not seeking punishment on the teacher. We're just, in other words, we didn't like the way everything was dismissive. And it was like overlooked, and every child has the right to come to school and feel safe, to come to school and the parent knows I'm sending my child because I know they're in the right space, in the right place, and they're going to come home feeling safe. That is our job, not to make a child feel afraid. And so that's why I stand here with you guys today as an educator, because I know what it looks like in a school system. I know what it's like to deal with children on a regular basis. But I just want my granddaughter quickly to speak here before my 2 minutes is up, and just to give us a little bit of account of the story, if that's all right. Go ahead, Leah. Just tell them what happened.
Hold on one second, Ms. Mack.
Per Robert's Rules and applicable district policy, members of the public are not permitted to yield their time to anyone else. So I'm going to have to ask you to not move forward with that piece of your comment, please.
Okay, that's fine. And so I just ask you guys, as the board, to really look into the situation in the matter, again, because I don't see anything wrong with a person asking for you to just apologize and to say, you know, I'm sorry that you felt unsafe. I'm sorry that you feel scared, that she feels like she doesn't even want to be in the presence of the teacher. And a child, that should not be. That should not be. We all been children before, and I'm sure everybody up here that have children or grandchildren. I got 17 grandchildren, and I do whatever I can to protect them, as any parent or any grandparent would do. And so because Alea is feeling uneasy, even though it's the end of the school year, she should be able to go to school every day and to feel safe. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Mack. Would anyone else like to speak? The podium, please limit yourselves to 3 minutes. Mr. President.
I apologize. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I forgot earlier to make my, traditional speech, my monthly speech. And I guess since this is my last time, I should probably do it. So let me go ahead and do that. Sorry. Oh, there's a timer. Hold on. This thing was weird. Okay. Let me just skip that part. All right. It has been an incredibly busy and successful month. Our music department hosted multiple concerts, each with impressive attendance and performances. Bilingual seniors were also recognized at the Seal of Biliteracy ceremony, where they received graduation cords in recognition of their proficiency in multiple languages. At the Moving Up ceremony, which was last week, honors graduates were recognized, juniors received awards, and our classes had the opportunity to just come together. Next week, our highest achieving students will also be celebrated at the Summa Magna and Cum Laude banquets. Last week, our seniors attended the Merit Assembly, where students received scholarships, which all accumulated up to $300,000 in scholarship. Of course, one of the highlights from last month was prom. Our seniors had an amazing time celebrating together, and we were proud to crown Kalia Reyes as prom queen and David Hernandez as prom king. We would also like to extend our sincere appreciation to all the chaperones who came out that night as well. Thank you. As I stand here tonight, I honestly can't believe I have reached the end of this journey. It feels like just yesterday I was walking through the hallways, getting lost in the buildings, didn't know which one I was in. And over the years, I have grown alongside the school. And just seeing how the school has grown like the past 4 years has honestly made me like so happy. Like I feel like this school has been my baby, I'm not gonna lie. Before I leave, I would like to personally thank all the teachers who have had an impact on me. Ms. Patel, who's out here, Mr. Masonette, Ms. Wolf, Mr. Andrews, Dr. Martha St. Jean. All these people have truly made an impact on my journey throughout the school year. While it is bittersweet moving on, I'm excited about the future of the school. I am confident that Vineland High School will be good in the hands of Jartu Arku, the next senior class president for the next school year, who unfortunately cannot be here today because she's at a Rutgers internship program. But today we are joined by our Student Government Association senior rep for next year, Karina Palminari over here. Yep. And we do have our current officers. We have Komora Gray, Vice President over there. We have Secretary Anastasia Murray Cruz. And we have Karen Lopez Alaves. And this is informal, but shout out to Miss Madrid. She's truly been remarkable this year, helping us out with all the senior activities. We love all our class advisors. They really put, their foot into helping us plan all these great activities. And yeah, once a Fighting Clan member, always a Fighting Clan member. I miss you guys. Thank you guys for everything. And I'm sure you guys will be in good hands with Dr. Lahara, if I'm saying it correctly. Thank you guys. Have a great night.
Thank you. The board will now convene into executive session. We will come back out no later than 7 o'clock. Thank you all for your patience. We know we had a lot of presentations tonight, but we want to give space to our students because that's why we're here. So thank you, and we'll be back out before 7. should run through it. All right, folks, we're back in session. Thank you for your patience. Any questions or comments on the HIB or suspension reports? Seeing none. Let it be known for the record, Mr. Bono left at 6:30. Approval of minutes, item 6, April 27th, public hearing, May 6th, combined meeting and adoption of the budget, and the executive session for May 6th. Any questions or comments? Motion and second to approve.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Perez, second by Mr. Fiocchi. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fiocchi?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mrs. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Santiago?
Yes.
Mr. Silva?
Yes.
Mrs. Vasquez?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Committee reports are linked to the agenda. Public meeting report by the board solicitor.
Nothing to report at this time.
Thank you. Congrats to Sandra, who might be watching on the arrival of her baby, but we're glad to have you with us. Moving on to motions and resolutions, Dr. McCann.
Mr. Holmes, for discussion and approval regarding the personnel items 1.1 through 1.10.
Questions or comments? Motion and second to approve 1.1 through 1.10.
So moved. Second.
You got that,
Pick,
Scott?
pick one, whatever you want,
Silva's
Cedric.
one, Perez is two.
Pick whatever you want, Cedric.
Okay.
I'm
It's all good.
All right, got it. Roll call.
Mr. Fiocchi?
Recuse on 1.5, yes on remaining items.
Thank you. Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mrs. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Santiago?
Yes.
Mr. Silva?
Yes.
Mrs. Vasquez?
Yes on everything except 1.2, and I just have a major problem with higher raises than we would offer our educators. I think it sends a bad message, and I'm an outright no on 1.2, yes on the rest.
Thank you. Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Mr. Holmes, discussion and approval regarding
Hold on, Doc. Let's congratulate Mr. Schneider, who's here, Ms. McAvady.
very nice.
Our two new assistant principals at VHSSL, so glad to have you. Any other comments on that while they're here? All right. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, I worked with these two assistant principals for many years, and we really couldn't get two better individuals to come to the high school.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Go ahead, Doc.
Mr. Holmes, discussion and approval regarding procedures and operations items 2.1 through 2.5.
Questions or comments, 2.1 through 2.5. Motion and second.
So moved.
Motion Silva, second Fiocchi. Roll call.
Mr. Fiocchi?
Yes.
Mr. Harris? Yes. Mrs. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Santiago?
Yes.
Mr. Silva?
Yes.
Mrs. Vasquez?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera?
Yes to all, recuse myself from 2.3.
Thank you. Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Mr. Holmes, discussion and approval regarding building and grounds items 3.1 and 3.2.
Questions or comments, 3.1 and 3.2. Motion and second for approval.
Second.
Silva, motion. Second, Ms. Perez. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fiocchi?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mrs. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Santiago?
Yes.
Mr. Silva?
Yes.
Mrs. Vasquez?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Mr. Holmes, discussion and approval regarding finance items 4.1 through 4.33.
Questions or comments? Motion and second for approval of 4.1 through 4.33.
Second.
Motion Silva, second Perez. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fiocchi?
Recuse on 4.26. Yes on remaining items.
Thank you. Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mrs. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Santiago?
Yes.
Mr. Silva?
Yes.
Mrs. Vasquez?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera?
Yes to all, recuse myself, 4.15 and 4.29.
(1.5) and 2.9.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Approval of bills, April 2026. Any questions or comments? Motion and second for approval.
Second.
Motion Silva, second Perez. Roll call.
Mr. Fiocchi?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mrs. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Santiago?
Yes.
Mr. Silva?
Yes.
Mrs. Vasquez?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera?
Yes.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Very well. Another opportunity for the public to address the board. Please limit yourselves to 3 minutes. Anyone that would like to speak? Thank you. Board member remarks. I'll start with Mr. Fiocchi.
Yes, good evening. I'd like to welcome Dr. Lahada to Vineland Public Schools. Wish you the best of luck, and I know you're going to be a great asset to this district. Look forward to working with you. Dr. McCann, thank you for your dedication to the district over the many years you've been here, and thank you for carrying us through this transition period.
Thanks, Mr. Fiocchi. Mr. Santiago.
I wanted to thank Dr. McCann for stepping up into temporary leadership, and this role is a massive challenge, but we asked you to jump on the moving train. You did so with grace, so we appreciate your time here, and we look forward to working with Dr. Lahada and everything he brings to our district, the diversity and his background. I think is going to be an impact in our school district for years to come. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Santiago. Ms. Vasquez.
Thank you. First, I want to thank VHS Marching Band and the Junior ROTC program for a wonderful job at the Vineland Memorial Day ceremony. There were so many kids that participated in that event, and it's so important to have our students participate in these events to hear the stories of those brave men and women who sacrificed so much for our freedoms. Our city of Vineland goes above and beyond to build upon the memorials at our Landis Park. Freedom is not free, and it is a great moment to remember that. In the same spirit of honoring our fallen, the importance of respecting our American flag and standing for the Pledge of Allegiance should be encouraged, never discouraged. Teaching our young people respect and honor fosters appreciation for the freedom that we have in America. As we prepare to celebrate our 250th year as a nation, may we all be reminded of how blessed we are to live in America. Congratulations to all the recipients of scholarships at our Merit Assembly. The large crowd of proud family members was impressive and very moving. I had the privilege of attending the sports banquet. My remarks at the banquet centered around the skills learned from participating in sports that are essential in adult life: perseverance, resilience, teamwork, time management, and leadership skills. Best wishes to all of our senior athletes. You will be missed. Dr. McCann, this is our last official board meeting with us, and I want to thank you for jumping right in and ensuring the district continue to move forward in the right direction through this transition. You are not new to challenges, and your experience gave me a great sense of security knowing we were in great hands. Our community has enormous respect and love for you. As a board member, I promise to support the preservation of historic items so that we do not forget our history. I know that that is important to you, and it is also important to me.
Thank you.
Finally, welcome Dr. Ariel Lajara, our new superintendent, to Vineland, the greatest city in New Jersey, where culture and community are celebrated. I pray for a smooth transition, and I look forward to great conversations about the future of our district. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Vasquez. Mrs. Perez, who is spending her 43rd wedding anniversary with the Vineland Board of Education.
I got married when I was 4. Let's not get it twisted, okay? I had the honor of attending the moving up ceremony, and I wanted to say something. You know, we hear a lot of negativity coming out from the high school about our students and their behavior and whatnot, and I have to tell you, it was a wonderful, wonderful ceremony. They were well behaved. They were respectful. Listen, they're teenagers and they're at the end of the school year, okay? So who doesn't get antsy? But they for the most part, they were wonderful. And it was a great opportunity to see firsthand what is happening. We have some great students and great educators, and I was proud to be there and proud to be a part of it. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Dr. Lajara, I hope you're listening, or maybe watch this later. We are so excited to have you come on board, and we're so excited to partner with you and collaborate with you. I know Central Administration is too, and you could not have better leadership than our Central Administration. They are amazing, and I know that they will partner with him as well. And it's just onward and upward from here for the Vineland School District. Dr. McCann, we can't say thank you enough for stepping up. We appreciate you, your calm presence, the fact that you love this district as much as anybody in the city. We appreciate you, we appreciate your time, and thank you very much. And don't go anywhere, I'm sure you'll be around, I'm sure we'll see you. So the students look forward to it.
I'll be at the Y.
Thank you very much, and everyone. Oh, and thank you to our Johnstone students. Oh my gosh, how impressive was that? I wish everyone came to me with a problem, a solution, and how much it was going to cost. I wish, don't you, Scott? Don't you think that's the way it should be? Thank you very much. They did a great job.
Thank you, Mrs. Perez. Mr. Harris.
Just want to add thank you, Dr. McCann, for your service. I appreciate you stepping in, keeping us afloat. I appreciate your years of service, so thank you. Also want to say good luck to Dr. Lajara. I look forward to working with him. In speaking with him, one thing he said that stuck out to me, starting as a para and moving up to a superintendent in 21 years is amazing. But he said everybody in the building is important to him, from the bottom to the top. And that means a lot. And that stuck out in my mind. I think he has a wonderful staff, and I'm sure he's going to do well. I'm going to support him. His success is now my success. So I look forward to working with him. Thank you, Mr. Holmes, for including me in the search committee. I learned a lot that I didn't know prior, so thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Mr. Silva.
Yes. Dr. McCann, thank you. Thank you. So we go way back from these halls at Atlantis Middle School. When I first came here in 5th grade, didn't know any English, and you were always there to support me, so I thank you for always stepping in, and we know the great love you have for Vineland Public Schools, and I'm sure I'll see you around. Dr. Lajara, welcome to our district. We wish you much success in this new chapter. We look forward to working together to support our students, families, and community. And I also would like to welcome our 2 new assistant principals. Looking forward to working with you all. Thank you and have a good night.
Vice President Rivera.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to think of something I really hate so I don't bust out into emotional stuff. So I'm thinking of the Phillies right now. So first of all, thank you to the students from Durand School for leading us in the flag salute. I have a personal connection to some of the students there. My 2 little boys were part of the group, and it's always nice to see them participating in things. And as a proud dad, it makes me, smile and feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So I also like to thank the students from Johnstone. It's so important when students take ownership of their educational experience. It's important. It should be celebrated. It should be highlighted. It should be, because they're the ones who are driving. They're the ones on the ground. They're the ones who are experiencing the policies that we put into place on a daily basis. And for them to come to us, like you said, or Ms. Perez said, have a problem, have a solution, how much it's going to cost, we should encourage more of that from our students. So I would like to see more of that. So congratulations, job well done to our Johnstone students. This is the end of the year. We have so many celebrations going on, highlighted by our VHS graduation on the 25th. Congratulations to all our graduates. Job well done. Congratulations, because you are graduating from the best school district in New Jersey. And I'm so glad, because I'm going to be there, and I'm going to celebrate with each and every one of you. So it's going to be a privilege, and thank you for having us at that celebration. A little personal note. So my boys, so they're fifth graders, right? So they're going to be transitioning to middle school next year. And we have the best elementary schools by far. Try to convince me otherwise. We have the best elementary schools. But in particular, I want to thank Marie Durand Elementary. They have watched over my boys for the last 5 years. They have made sure that my boys were safe, they were educated, they became well-rounded young boys. And I cannot thank the staff, teachers, administration more. My wife and I cannot thank you enough for watching over our babies for the last 5 years. In particular, I wanted to thank Mrs. Scotty, Mrs. Camardo, Ms. Godfrey, Ms. Patch, Ms. Giblin, Mrs. Fiocchi, Mrs. Devers, Mrs. Proper, Ms. Lobiando, Mrs. Bailey, Mrs. Colon. You have watched over my boys at every grade level. You have instilled your knowledge and your expertise that have helped my boys grow. Mrs. Maldonado, Mrs. Lampololis, excuse me, you have allowed my boys to be creative in the arts and the music, something that they love and adore because you have cultivated that. To Mrs. McManus, you've allowed my boys to participate in the TV crew. When their athletic careers are over, they're going to be TV broadcasters, I'm convinced. And I want to give a special thanks to the leadership of Durand School. Ms. Tomlin, who was there for a time, Ms. Armstrong, Mr. Greco, thank you. Thank you, because never did I feel that I was receiving special treatment or that I was I felt like one of every other parent. They never treated me differently. I never got favors, which I appreciate. I was treated like everyone else. And that is just proof of the professionalism that we have at Vineland Public Schools. I thank you for that. I thank you for treating my boys like everyone else. I thank you for disciplining my boys when they had to be disciplined. Thank you. Not that it was often. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to Marie Durand Elementary School. And I will finish, because I know my 5 minutes are up. And even though I didn't attend Marie Durand Elementary School in elementary school, Johnstone, I will always, my family, we will always consider ourselves part of the Durand family. And that'll be for the rest of my life. I thank you. I appreciate the time that you have given to my boys. Fins up, Durand family. And lastly, well, almost lastly, excuse me. Dr. McCann, thank you. Thank you for taking the baton and leading us in this time of transition. Thank you for saying yes. We had you as a leadership, but you're a Vineland man. You're a Vineland guy. You love Vineland almost as much as I do. And
I don't think so. You got me beat.
And I really do appreciate you taking of your time, of your retirement. You could have been doing something else, out on the beach somewhere. Yeah, but you decided to take the baton and lead us, and I thank you, Dr. McCann. I appreciate for your service. And Dr. Lahara, let's get to work. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. Let's lead this district to the next level. Let's lead this district to the position that I know it already is, and that is the best school district in New Jersey. Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you, Vice President Rivera. Dr. McCann.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Mr. Holmes, you're nailing it right on the head. We have a lot of very, very great principals here in Vineland, and there are a lot of young principals, but they're really driving it home as far as structuring their schools the way they need to be structured. But the Durand, what Greco does at Durand School is one to be modeled. You know, you're right on target with that. I think that if I had one recommendation for the district that would really resonate for everybody is if the principals and assistant principals would stay in their school. And the grass always looks greener, and then when they leave, I don't know how many times it's happened, they look back and say, I should have never left Vineland. And if we have the principals that stay put, like Dan Greco had a lot of opportunities to move on and move around, but he stayed with the school. And it's that strong, consistent leadership that he has that just keeps everybody intact. I've been in the school a lot, and I've been in all the schools a lot, and I was in his school often. Now, the advantage I had, not being principal of Vine High School and taking care of my own business, I got around the district, and we have remarkable people. And I've never been a guy to look at the point scores, and they say that the state says you didn't reach this, and then when you do reach it, here's what happens in the state, they take the bar up higher. So they're always changing the rules. We have great schools, and we have great teachers, and I got to tell you, these guys are Landis students, these two guys, president, vice president. So we did all right. And then Silva and then Luz, they're all Landis students. So I guess they never left either, because here we are at Landis, right? But we're very, very lucky. I'm very lucky, and thank you for the opportunity. I loved every day.
Thank you, Dr. McCann. Bear with me, I have a lot of people to thank. Congratulations to Ms. McAvady and Mr. Schneider. Mr. Schneider was my former English teacher, phenomenal, great sense of humor. One day we walked in the class and he literally took all of our book bags and was throwing them out in the hallway. I'm like, what is wrong with this man? Did like his wife piss him off or something? Now he's taking out on us. And he said, this is just an ounce of what people went through in the Holocaust and genocide. And that really stuck with me. Phenomenal teacher. Congratulations on your promotion. I need to thank folks for the superintendent process. Thank you to Dr. Bill Adams and Ms. Stacy Adams and Ms. Karen Shaw. Their professionalism and investment in finding a qualified and suitable superintendent for Vineland was second to none. Dr. Adams was a superintendent for over 40 years. Ms. Shaw was a board president for many years as well. So their expertise in this process was very beneficial to the search committee and to the board for our final approval. I need to also thank our focus groups, which comprise of teachers, building administrators, central administration, supervisors, city officials, parents, business developers, past superintendents. They all laid the groundwork for this important work that we've done. I need to thank Scott and Kara for spearheading that coordination as well, the coordination of that initiative. Thank you to Doug and Gia for keeping our website up to date so that the transparency of the process would remain at the forefront of this initiative. If anyone felt like they didn't know what was going on, that was a choice of their own, we were right on it every time, so thank you for your diligence in keeping the public informed. Thank you to our alternate counsel as well, Capehart and Scatcher, for their professionalism and responsiveness with negotiating the contract. Also, thank you to Rowan College of South Jersey for agreeing to allow us to use their facility to conduct our interviews at no cost to the district. I also want to thank Director of Security, Mr. Lenny Wolf, Eddie, and Freddie, who took time out on a Sunday for us to conduct interviews as well. Thank you. Thank you to Cabinet, Superintendent Musterell, Kristen, Ish, Terry, Suzette, for all of your hard work the past few months, for keeping things in order and making sure we stayed on track. You all took on a lot of responsibilities, and that work does not go unnoticed. Lastly, I need to thank this board, probably the best board that Vineland has seen in many, many years. We were united, we stood the test of times, we endured till the end, and in the end, it's a unanimous vote across the board. Lastly, so thank you. Thank you, search committee, every single one of you. You caught the vision and you ran with it, and we did not, besides a few things, of course, there's always hiccups in the city of Vineland, but we muddled through it, and this is the outcome. I'm so proud. Lastly, to Dr. McCann, I want to thank you for your leadership. You've let this kid kind of be your boss, but you were always respectful, and you call me Mr. Holmes, which I don't like all the time. But
okay, Mr. Holmes.
But you've absolutely been, everyone loves Dr. McCann, and when he comes into schools, he's at the lunch table with the kids, he's talking, he's, as we told him to do, be the politician that you are, shake hands, kiss babies, and just be the guiding force and lead us through the next 4 months. So thank you, Dr. McCann.
Okay, Cedric, no problem.
Not until July 1st.
Okay.
If there's nothing else, I'll ask for a motion and second for adjournment.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Have a great night. Yes. I'm serious, another one.